Jingle bells, Ed yells, Casey thinks Straw can play. Oh, what fun it is to watch We Like Sportz Show. Hey, make sure to join us this Tuesday from 5:30 to 6:30 on the We Like Sportz Show on X, on YouTube, and on Facebook at the We Like Sportz Show this Tuesday, 5:30 to 6:30. You won't want to miss it.
And welcome to the We Like Sportz Show. Yes, I know Christmas is over with, but in some countries it's Boxing Day, and I don't mean the kind that you put your dukes up. It has something to do with something else, and I'm not too accustomed to it. So everybody out there celebrating Boxing Day, may it be the best Boxing Day that you've ever had. I want to welcome my co-hosts CJ in Cleveland and Keith. I told you so, Alan, also late to the party, but we'll get him in here, is Casey in Orlando. Casey, do you have a permission slip? Why are you late?
I was on time. I saw the whole video. I saw the beginning of the video on. I heard the welcome to We Like Sportz Show. I was on time.
If you're on time, that means you're late.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Professor Ed.
That is what that is. But I want to welcome everybody in. Like I said, hopefully you guys all had a festive, joyous Christmas, whatever holiday that you do celebrate. But I'm happy. Keith's happy. We were celebrating on Christmas Eve because the Cleveland Browns got a well-fought victory, because it was well-fought because they kind of kicked butt until the end when the scrubs came in and they kind of almost gave that away. But I want to say, we'll start with you, late guy, Casey in Orlando. What are your first thoughts about the Cleveland Browns being 10-5?
I do agree with you. If they would have took our starters out, we would have blown them out. So that was obviously the score, I think, was closer than it actually was in reality. But I'm liking how we're looking. You know, I have no complaints, truthfully. And I think I read this afternoon before I got on. We have the highest payroll in the IR of all teams in the NFL right now. So with that, and we're doing as well as we are, that's pretty good. Other good news as of now is we were playing the Jags in the first round. So if we keep that top wild card spot, we're playing the Jags, which I feel more comfortable playing them compared to other teams, because the Jags are not looking too hot. I also saw, I'll bring this up a little later, but I want to give you a little teaser. Trevor Lawrence has the same almost identical stats as a quarterback that we do not view too highly currently this far into his career. So I'll say that for later. But there is a quarterback who's not very good that they have almost identical stats so far through their career. But we think differently of Trevor Lawrence over somebody else. So, but I'm liking how we're looking going into the playoffs.
CJ, I don't like when I get teased. Yell at Casey for me and then say something about the Browns.
You like getting teased. I see you on those clubs. No, I mean, the Browns, it's, Amari Cooper hitting his peak right at the right time. Losing Hopkins. Seems like, every week the Warriors lose now, right? They're going to lose somebody. Hopkins goes down this week. We can't kick field goals that don't matter. Yeah, it's one of those wins, like Casey said, a lot closer than – or a lot, score kind of lied. Texans stink. Feels like, they're done. I'm going to bury the Texans right now. The Texans are done. They stink unless Stroud comes back. But the Browns just keep winning. Find a way every week. I'm just here for it. I'm enjoying the ride. I said last week, I'm just going to enjoy the ride to the Super Bowl.
And Keith, I apologize because I told you so. Keith Allen's on here right now. Tell us something that you told us, and we now are obliged to listen because it is one Keith Allen speaking.
Well, I told you so didn't have much to do with the Browns game. I knew they was going to win. But the fact that they just keep losing pieces and they just keep on rolling and everything is
gross.
Hey, what more can you say? Kevin should be coach of the year.
I can't believe Keith is saying this either.
Kevin should be coach of the year. The Browns had to play Senate football this past Sunday.
Yeah, no budget.
They had to play Senate football. It was go for it on fourth down, no field goal kicker, no punter. And they converted a lot of those fourth downs.
I'm not sure, but do you guys see they like running that little line up the QB out in slot and then run that like kind of sweep to him and fake that pass back? They ran that like 3 or 4 times because that wasn't 2-point conversion. They ran that once.
They ran that twice last week too, I think.
Yeah, they like running that play. And I'm not sure if you saw that game last night. But one of them ran that play last night. And I said they got that from the Browns. The fucking Browns run it every week, multiple times.
Are you
But they're
talking
waiting-
about
They're
with
waiting for
Kareem
a
Hunt
big play.
getting the direct snap?
No, well,
No, Ford got
it
it
could
this
be.
week.
Yeah, Ford had it
And then
that week.
Ford
Ford
got
yeah,
it the
they,
first time.
Whatchamacallit,
Okay.
Flacco came in motion and pulled the guy
Correct.
and
And
Ford scored.
DTR ran it once too when they do it.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to keep doing that, and they're going to hope for that big play where they bite, and they're on their own 20 and throw a bomb down on that kind of a sweep because
Kevin's
they're
good at
running a
drawing
lot.
up goofy shit. I remember when they went to the playoffs during the COVID year. I feel like every week, Jarvis was throwing a pass, or Odell was throwing a pass.
Yeah.
Kevin can get. I mean,
Correct.
Kevin's.
Well, I want to
Dream
say
too
this.
to hear that Keith said that Kevin Stefanski should be coach of the year because I caught the tail end of that, but I wanted to make sure I heard that correctly.
Yeah, he should be coach of the year. For real. He should be coach of the year.
For all our fans out there, we got the Peyton Believes in Rudolph just came in. I just want this is 2 weeks in a row, so this is
oh my God,
an occurrence that doesn't happen all too often. But to the audience out there that might be listening and not seeing, Peyton believes in Rudolph. Now we know it's probably not Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's probably another Rudolph that you're referring to.
I believe in that one more than him.
Yeah.
His name is Mason.
Where's
and
Duck
I
Hodges at? I need Duck Hodges back.
Mason,
I said that at the start of this week too. I said, I'd rather have Duck Hodges. And the next thing you know, George Pickens is probably clamoring in the locker room over and over again now that Mason Rudolph should be the full-time starter because George Pickens, 4 receptions, 180 plus yards. And I mean, what a weird weekend just for football overall. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get to it later on in the show, but we're talking the Browns and Amari Cooper, George Pickens and the Steelers back-to-back days. Not even back-to-back weeks, but back-to-back days. The AFC North looked really strong in those 2 games. And, I mean, Cincinnati looked very foolish to Mason Rudolph, and the Steelers are riding that hot hand too. Kudos to them. I mean, if Kenny Pickett, they're going to end up not really going with him for a little bit. What do you have to lose right now? I mean, you're sitting at 8-7. You got a playoff spot possibly, but you're going to be fighting. And right now, there's no organized theory whatsoever. It's just controlled chaos right now, and that's what you have to go with.
Well, we'll kick that off because we went Cleveland, now we went Pittsburgh. But we're going to go around the NFL like we usually do, but we're going to do a little differently as it gets smaller and condenses. We'll talk playoff teams. We'll talk our favorite teams, obviously the Browns and the Steelers and all the implications that has on the AFC. But who wants to kick it off? What is your hot topic? Obviously, we could talk Browns all day, and we're going to talk much about the Browns. But this AFC picture, let's go to San Francisco last night. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Keith, we'll kick it off with you because I told you so. You told us so. You are Lamar we trust. You are the biggest Lamar Jackson fan this side of, the Appalachian Mountains. I guess that's the only thing stopping us from Baltimore, I guess. So tell us about the Baltimore Ravens and why you believe that Lamar Jackson, should he be the MVP? I think he should.
Yes, hands down. No doubt. And you got to look, Lamar lost a lot too on offense. And your mainstay left tackle plays sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't. He lost Keaton Mitchell just not too long ago. He lost J.K. Dobbins. So now really he's literally the rushing game now. And now he also lost Mark Andrews. And still no stopping the Ravens. I will say this, and even though I'm rooting for the Browns all the way, if the Ravens don't go to the Super Bowl this year, I don't know when. Because this year has just been where everything is wide open and everything is not normal. And next year might not be so easy for the Ravens, but everything's paid for them to go to the Super Bowl. And remember what I told you, Ed, on Sunday when I said that the Ravens' physicality on defense will get at San Francisco?
Yeah.
4 INTs for who's that other guy that was supposed to be running for MVP?
He's not that likely anymore. I mean,
he went from first to fifth.
They dropped a lot, but
plus 1,300.
The game manager.
Mm-hmm. You ain't hear nothing about Debo, nothing about McCarthy.
Well, you heard about the parlay with McCaffrey. That's about the only thing you heard about the positive side.
I mean, if you had Mike McCarthy in the backfield, it might be tough too. But
that's like Jerome Bettis almost.
Correct. I mean, but you got to look at the AFC North. It's kind of crazy because, like you said, the Ravens, right? You look at the rest of the division, 8-7, 8-7. We're 10-5. We have our fourth string quarterback practically. You know, the Steelers have their third string quarterback in. The Bengals have Jake Browning, who I would say is like a third string quarterback. You know, so the fact that 8-7, like it's that close even, is impressive for those teams because it shows how strong the rest of those three teams are outside the Ravens, even with not having, you know, top tier quarterbacks throughout the season. And even if you looked back at the Steelers, Kenny Pickett wasn't, you know, I don't think on the same level as Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson to start with. So, like, it's impressive with these teams that are doing as well as they are with, you know, what they were stuck with.
Yeah. And plus, I'll give Kenny Pickett credit. How can I say this? Sometimes you don't realize what you have until he had to sit out and you had to throw Mitch Trubisky in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was throwing interceptions all over the board, and Pittsburgh started losing 1 straight, 2, 3.
Trubisky made Mason Rudolph look like Tom Brady this past weekend, being honest. And that's why I believe in Rudolph at the end of the day, is because when you ended up having Mitch Trubisky, I mean, whatever happened to the rookie year Mitch Trubisky that used to be? Like, if we're talking, we're still in the Christmas season. Ed's wearing his Christmas hat. I see it. But if we're going to end up being honest, though, it almost looks like Trubisky, that was the ghost of Christmas past. And that was the best version of him that you'll see in the NFL. He's not even a journeyman quarterback at that point, it seems.
And I thought it was a good signing. Because he came from the Bills. He looked strong. He was behind Josh Allen after he came out of Chicago, and he looked pretty good in the preseason. DTR, so did he. So I take it with a grain of salt. But I thought that was he's a good backup quarterback, I thought, going into this year. Like, you guys had a good backup. And I would say I'm incorrect right now. But I did think he was one of the better backups in the league, truthfully.
Might be the end of the line for Mitch.
Yeah, true, exactly. But like I really did think he had, you know, if he had an opportunity, like if he was in the Vikings, or not the Vikings even, or the Raiders, I was going to say, you know, maybe they would have been, you know, he wouldn't have been bad, or even the Rams. But I don't know now. Like, I think he's done. Like you said, it could be the end of the road.
CJ, say something.
I just think it's such a Jekyll and Hyde week every week, you know.
Yes.
You know, Peyton,
a lot of 8-7 and 7-8.
You know, to like go from Purdy MVP candidate, like he's the MVP front runner to he had a bad game and now he's like out of the time. I just think, to me, there's been so much unpredictability week by week in the NFL. I don't remember, like, I know part of it is with so many like just bad backup quarterbacks out there every week. But you don't know what you're gonna get every week, you know. That's why, like, McCaffrey's been my MVP. McCaffrey, as he goes every week. I've been saying it for 2 weeks here. I think he, you know, hurts. You know, the Eagles looked good yesterday. The Eagles looked like shit for like 2-3 weeks.
3 weeks in a row.
Option. Tyreek Hill with Miami looked great.
Yep.
I just think
get rid of the quarterback stigma.
Yeah, but part of it's because Dallas looked like crap too. You know.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that.
You just don't know what you're going to see every week. To me, that's what. Like, I think, you know, it feels like, you know, a little bit like college football. It's like, man, all right, who can have like a Heisman moment? We just give him the MVP. I felt like, all right, Purdy had a bad game. Now he's out of the conversation. He's game manager. People were calling for
correct
last night.
Yeah, exactly.
AKA me in here too as well.
Dudes have bad games. Dudes have bad games. The Ravens got a good defense. You know, so like, to me, it like blows my mind. It's like, shit, all right.
If we're looking at the script, though, how likely is it, too, that the one that it's centered around at the start of the season was Taylor Swift, and now the NFL script turned into this of so many teams 8-7. The Browns are fighting for a number 1 seed, possibly with the Ravens and Dolphins. You have the NFC that
after this loss.
You have some good teams, you have some bad teams, you have the Eagles inconsistent. Like, it's honestly just chaos, and that's what the whole entire NFL year has seemed like so far. It's just you bring Taylor Swift into the equation, and chaos just happened. And that's not any offense to her whatsoever, but look at the trajectory of the NFL from there.
I am not going to let you guys speak another word unless we mention the real star of the 2023 season. It's Casey in Orlando. I mean, it's Baker Mayfield. It's Baker effing Mayfield. Breaking.
I was gonna say, Keith.
Baker,
another week, man.
Look at his numbers, guys.
I gotta give it to him.
Comparable numbers to Patty Mahomes.
I'm telling you. Like, I watched that game. I watched the game. And I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes.
His numbers are, if you look at his numbers, he has 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I think Patty has like 25 and something, has about 95 rating. And I'm telling you that Patrick Mahomes has one more win as the Chiefs do. But if you look at the numbers, he's on par with Patrick Mahomes.
It's like I talked last week, though. Like CJ brought up a little bit today. Like quarterback play is not. There's no superior quarterback play this year. No one stands out. Right. So that's like I said. Like Baker's throwing up there. Fucking Sam Howell, man. He's horrible now. Last week, 64 yards, whatever. But he was up there, man. He's leading the league in
first half of the season. He was an MVP candidate.
No, he was never an MVP candidate.
Peyton does bring a unique perspective here to the show, but
you just don't know what you're getting every week. I think it makes it so tough to kind of like figure out who's going to be there at the end.
Yeah, sports betting.
Peyton paying people to give comments here.
And that's my buddy JoJo the Mover. Shout out to him.
Shout out, JoJo.
He must have this on mute then. He must not have heard what you said.
He just wanted to end up just making sure that he didn't hear me. He just wanted the quick shout out for the moving company. I understand.
Okay. But with the MVP, like CJ said too, I think like consistency is what the key was, and no one except for McCaffrey. And I mean, you know what you're getting with McCaffrey and Hill, exactly. But the negative is, as you all know, this quarterbacks. It should be the best quarterback award. Because that 1 year, the two that are in the top corners here will know what I'm talking about. They were alive during this time. But Barry Sanders and was it Favre? Mm-hmm. Sanders had 2,000 yards that year, and he was only co-MVP with Brett Favre, right? So, like, it's so hard for a running back or a receiver to get that. It's the same with the Heisman, But I do think if you took McCaffrey off of the Niners, I don't think they'd be.
I think the Niners stink.
Yeah, like even
I think you're starting to see it with the Chiefs without Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Chiefs look so lost.
I didn't respect Tyreek Hill until he went to Miami. I thought, like I said, it was just the Chiefs. Now I think he's actually a top 3 receiver without a doubt. If not,
did you guys see Pacheco too? By the way, how he ended up getting up on the trainer's table after his helmet came off twice, and then he ended up on his ass again off the trainer's table. What terrible luck with that! Like that explained the whole entire Chiefs game against the Raiders. It seemed.
I don't think that did. I think
with the Chiefs is not surviving the enemy.
That's Matt Nagy is horrible.
I mean, it's like as we said with Jim Schwartz, man. If you took him off the Browns, would they be 10-5? Like coordinators do play a big role.
Yeah, because think about it. With that Browns defense, most of them guys were back from last year, really. Except
that's what I was going to say. Bingo. I was going to say the same thing. Except for that, there's the same team.
Happy holidays, Mr. Crumb.
Get your move on. Get your move on.
Happy holidays to everybody as well. To you, shout out.
Yes, I want to mention Tyreek Hill because Casey mentioned him. His numbers, guys, he's going to have more kids than Cromartie. I mean,
Nick Cannon.
I mean, we're talking. I mean,
Nick Cannon and Phillip Rivers.
I mean, okay,
that's going to be you soon, Ed.
He's got to be fast. He's got to be fast, the cheetah, because he's got to run those paternity tests or those.
Maybe that isn't a nickname. That's just a lifestyle.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh my!
That's Peyton's nickname in the bedroom is Cheetah. So I mean,
nope.
Oh my!
I'd get ready to that later.
Yeah, right. Around the NFL, like I said, that's what we're doing, right?
I thought so.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'll make sure that around the NFL. So obviously another big game that we had was we mentioned the Dolphins and Cowboys, but obviously the one that we're missing, and I want to go back to, is the Browns, because this Thursday night they have a chance to do something really, really special. They got a 99.2% chance of making the playoffs now, but I believe it's probably 100% they win Thursday night against the Jets. And also too, guys, I thought about this. The Jets in Cleveland have been major importance. Started back in 1970 with the first Monday Night Football game was the Jets at the Browns. Browns won 31-21, beat Joe Namath. Also, though, in recent history, we had the Baker Mayfield game. But then last year, we had the Joe Flacco game. And this year, we got the Flacco for the Browns, possibly making the playoffs against the Jets. So much fun, so much flavor going on in the city of Cleveland on Thursday night. So CJ in Cleveland, since you're in Cleveland and you're putting that out there for the world to see that with your name, what's it going to be like Thursday? And the Browns get it done, right?
I think it's going to be great. I think they're going to get it done. Trevor Siemian stinks.
Joe Flacco's the GOAT.
Joe Flacco revenge
I
game.
think that's part of it. Is this Flacco thing that just gets more and more. I don't want to say it gets crazier every week. It feels like here, like the support he gets, but he's like a 38-year-old dude. It feels like it's like your dad out there slinging the rock. But like just the more he wins and when they clinch, I think it's going to really make some people open their eyes, because for the longest time it felt like, all right, it was going to be Deshaun or Kevin. Kevin's going to get extended after this.
Yes, he is.
So it's going to make I think it's going to create a lot of tension around this Deshaun Watson thing.
Yeah,
Hudson's
not going to be happy.
And it's like that meme where it's let's go throw for a backup quarterback.
I take offense to what CJ said. If that's because saying that Flacco's like a dad out there, if he's my dad, he's a couple years younger than me.
It's like Ed.
I don't know how
Ed's
that
out there
works.
throwing the ball. That's what it looks like. It's like we're watching you.
Yeah, that's what I imagine Ed in the driveway looks like. You can't really move.
I got more
you
zip.
can't bring him down.
Yeah,
but I think if they win, I think they clinch this week. With the whole nation watching too, I just think that it's all right. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's weird, but listening when I was watching the Chiefs game yesterday, they're talking about all right, the Chiefs aren't going to be able to get the 1 seed if they lose this game. The Browns got a better record than the Chiefs, and we're not talking about the Browns as the 1 seed, but we're still talking about that. So I think it's going to finally get all eyes back on this team, because I think the last time we were national was the Nick Chubb game. The Steelers. So I think
when they debuted those same jerseys, those whiteout jerseys.
We've been in a lot of these 1 o'clock, getting ass shit announcers. So to get back out there nationally and Flacco can go throw for 300 again, I think it's going to be a lot more eyes on the Browns. I think it's also going to be chaos down there. Everybody's off work Thursday night, holiday week.
Sanchez is going to stick his butt in your face, CJ.
Yeah, fuck Sanchez.
Yeah, he'll probably be your Thursday night announcer on Prime just for CJ now.
Well, I think,
alternate stream.
The whole country's going to watch the Browns have a shot to clinch a playoff spot. And I just, with Joe Flacco.
Okay, but can you truly see, though, a letdown game? Because I can. I don't.
Trevor Siemian.
Hey, Siemian.
You put up some good numbers in the last couple of weeks.
The defense, I have so much faith in this Browns defense.
Oh, I agree.
Obo's going to be Okoronkwo might play, to get guys healthy. We'll see what they do with. I know they brought Riley Patterson, and Riley Patterson actually had sneaky good numbers. So we'll see how he
got cut for no good reason either, really. One missed field goal and he was gone, and the Browns capitalized for a second time on a great kicker this year.
So we'll see what
arguably a great
don't
kicker.
call him great yet. You still got to make a few.
We'll see. It's November now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, not November, December.
January almost.
It's whatever you want it to be, Keith.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, but when you saw that Phil Dawson stuff, they said that we should just. I don't know. They said, we should Phil Dawson. He could finish the year.
You're going to mention Phil Dawson 100 years from now to sign.
Would you? Exactly. But would you, if you were Phil Dawson? Would you come back and then risk all that positive stuff about you, the legacy that he has? If you came back and sucked,
he talked about that a couple years ago.
I feel like if Flacco wasn't here, it would be worth the conversation. But there's already one older guy in that system that they don't need Dawson either. You're gonna have two grandpas playing football.
I love Phil Dawson.
The whole eyes on us, everybody. Like I said, Casey, it's so part of the Browns is all right, let's not have a letdown.
Yeah, right.
This would be a classic Browns letdown week.
If it wasn't the Browns, yeah. If it was a different team, a different name, yes,
I know they came back and won against Washington, but Washington stinks. They're going to fight Ron Rivera. I think that team has quit on Robert. I think Robert's a lot better than Canada. I think they've quit on him. So I just think, I just want to see him run the ball good. At the end of the day, though, I feel like we haven't had. I do not like Jerome Ford. I think he kind of sucks.
I don't think you're going to see them run the ball at all. Flacco having 300+ passing yards, and I think we said it last week too.
I think the weather's supposed to be shitty though.
Doesn't matter.
You're still going to be passing the ball though.
Yeah, I just want to see him run the ball. You're going to have to run the ball in playoffs.
You saw the difference.
He was like Trent Richardson out there.
Yes, the one improvement the Browns could have made was sign somebody. There has to be a better running back somewhere in practice squad or
Give Pierre Strong the
I would
ball.
love to see Pierre Strong get some touches.
Yes.
I'm saying I don't like you said, Ford. I thought he was all right going into
Well,
it,
he
but
stinks.
I agree. We should have kept Dearness Johnson. I think he'd have looked better than Ford would have looked.
Ford's a fucked over repaired Dodge. Get him out of there.
The difference. So what no one talks about though with Flacco is the picks he throws. Right? He throws a good amount of picks, but to me, the difference in him throwing. I don't know if you said this or not, but the difference to me in him throwing picks and DTR throwing picks and PJ Walker throwing picks is yes, they're like punts.
Yeah.
Or he could easily get that right back, right? The defense is strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can stop it.
Two
he
of the
has the ability.
In Chicago, though, were
yes,
because they got the pick six and they scored on.
Exactly, but he has the ability to throw.
One hit Tillman in the hands.
He has the ability to throw us into winning, though. Like I'm not afraid we're not going to come back. But PJ Walker or
DTR can't push the ball. DTR's on.
No,
he's done.
We're down 14. I don't think we have a shot with Flacco. 2 bombs, you see it on what 2 days ago, man. He threw 2 bombs. We're back in the game. We're blowing him out because he has the ability to throw the ball down the field. So
and
that's
the chemistry looks better each week.
Well, it's because you're stretching the field out, so the safeties go deeper, which leaves the middle spot like the more open.
The Bears
so
pick with Tillman, it was like they even released some I think I saw it on NFL Films or something like Kevin's fancy told Tillman he ran the wrong route. So I started to get there. I mean, I always said, why is it so hard just keying on a guy? Flacco just keyed in on Cooper last week, right?
Exactly.
Cooper got
and you can see the difference.
Right? It's what you got to do. Why Cooper's going to get open against bad corners? Find him where
but Stingley was covering him, man. Stingley's a top 5, and he still was killing him. That's the impressive thing.
One dude on him, Jimmy Ward. That guy sucked.
Yeah. I was paid at the Turkey Bowl, huh?
Turkey Bowl 2020.
Yeah, I was looking like Amari Cooper. You were guarding me. You look like that.
Honestly, though, to Casey's point with being with the Browns, they mentioned it during the broadcast, too. They ended up saying, I think it was a 3rd down, check down screenplay. And the announcers even mentioned, they're like, at this point, if you're the Browns, you trust your defense that you could get a 3 and out and you're back on the field again, driving down. And I think, sure as shit, that's what ended up happening on that drive. And it was them scoring right after. And usually you didn't get that with your PJ Walkers, your DTRs. Probably even Watson, arguably, at some points during the season, too.
Correct. I like what I see. Like I said, I think we got a shot.
I'm just going to ride the wave while it rides.
How afraid are you guys? This is my next topic around the NFL. They didn't look quite so overly great this past weekend, but they got the win. How afraid should teams be of Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills?
I'm going to go first on this one.
Okay.
Just because
go first. Come on.
The Bills aren't the same Bills team as they used to be, but if it's the Chiefs and the Bills in the playoffs, I think the Bills have a chance if that's the matchup. Because I know maybe I'm jumping ahead because you did mention we'll end up going to the playoffs in the future in the picture. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills end up changing the scene and they actually finally beat the Chiefs because right now the Chiefs, they look terrible. They have no wide receivers. Everybody's dropping the ball. Travis Kelce's getting double teamed, getting frustrated. Patrick Mahomes is whining. They look like a bunch of children in a peewee football game that have been undefeated for all years up until middle school. And next thing you know, they finally start losing. And here you are now, and they need their attitudes checked. And Kansas City is really that big of a threat.
Okay, it's their attitude. That's the problem.
Attitude adjustment.
I think you can make the case that, Allen will probably be, second or third best, because Mahomes is still Mahomes. In any matchup, he'll probably be the best quarterback on the field unless he plays the Chiefs.
Flacco.
Quarterback needs wide receivers to throw to, though.
He's still Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day.
It doesn't matter, though. You saw in the second half of that game.
Patrick Mahomes, dude.
It's Patrick Mahomes, but he also ran for 50 yards and had no wide receivers, and they lost the game in the end. The Raiders had no completions in the 3 quarters of the game.
How does that affect Patrick Mahomes?
I'm saying they didn't even have to pass the ball, and they won the game.
If I have Patrick Mahomes, I feel good about any playoff.
Did you bundle your auto in your life?
No.
But okay, here. Do you feel
doesn't or I don't?
You're telling me that in your playoff game you don't want Patrick Mahomes. I think.
Yeah, here we go. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Flacco, Who do you
Yeah.
want?
I mean,
Flacco.
Like, if you're
People
the
would
Browns,
yeah,
if you're
that's
the
what I'm
Browns-
saying. Like,
Mahomes
so,
is
like,
the one
for
that's not
me, I
included.
still think the Bills, you know, they had like a rough stretch, but the Bills are playing great ball. You know, they're running it. You know, I think you know, sometimes you got to fire a guy, and they fired Dorsey and Joe Brady seems back in his bag. They're running the ball good. They got weapons. The defense is playing a lot better. Yeah, the Bills are scary. Of course, the Bills are scary.
That's why I said earlier,
Yeah.
we are in the best spot.
That's why you
man,
want
hitting
that
wild
5
card.
seed.
Yes, you're playing someone from the AFC South, the Jags,
Yeah.
the Colts,
You
or
beat the Jags and the Colts.
Texans.
Texans,
Yes.
yeah, you beat the Texans. Like,
So
everyone's
currently,
saying,
if you look, the Ravens are playing like the
the
Bills or
Ravens
the
have a
Colts.
bye right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this is my So then the Dolphins are 2, right? They're playing the Bills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last
Like,
game of the year.
yeah,
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
I
I
don't.
just, you know, the Bills have always, to me, seemed like a team that if I got in the playoffs, like the last thing I would want to do, especially how they're built, is play in Buffalo. Like, I want to
Yeah.
play somewhere where it's warmer.
Mhm.
Like, I like the Bills in Miami. You know, the Bills beat the Chiefs a little while back. You know, they played the Chiefs tough. I think the Bills are scary. I think the Bills could easily be a team that, especially Bills are what, they got 8 wins or 7?
9 and 6.
9
Nine.
wins. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a shot for an 11-win season on a team that seemed dead the water a month ago. So that scares the shit out of me about playing the Bills. Josh Allen's still, you know, I mean, granted, the thing about Josh Allen is going to turn the ball over, but you know,
Correct.
everybody's turning the ball over.
It would
Mahomes
be
is
a good
16
game, though. Like, if we
yeah.
played them, if the Browns played the Bills, that would be a good game. Like, if I wasn't a Browns fan, if I was like a
Yeah.
Steelers fan, I want to see that game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it as a Browns
I
fan
think
because
there's
I don't
something.
wanna play it,
I'm not going to count out like quarterbacks that I think. Oh, all right. If you still tell me Josh Allen in my head is still a top 5 quarterback. Like, I'm not going to count. It's like, you know, even at the end when Manning was out there, right? Fuck, you still got to go beat Peyton Manning.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
you still got to go beat Tom Brady. Like, there's something about like just names to a guy that it's still tough to beat. I know the Bills have never kind of got over that hump so far with Allen and McDermott, but I'm not positive. Tell me Browns Bills
Dak
AFC
Prescott.
Championship, you feel good about it. I think you're a liar.
Mhm.
What team worries you the most, though, if you had to face a team? Like, as the Browns, right? Going into this postseason, what team do you think gives us the biggest problem in the AFC?
Probably
I
Bills
would
are the
say, quietly on the low would be Miami, because if we turn the ball over, Miami will make us pay.
Yeah,
You
that's
might
I
a good-
like
not
our
get
cover
back.
guys though against Miami.
Yeah,
If we're playing
but-
Miami, you're playing them in Miami. It's gonna be nice and warm.
Yeah,
Flacco's
but
gonna feel
you
good
might
on a
not
beach.
get back if you get behind 14-0
Yeah,
with
Yes.
Tua. No,
A
You
lot of
might
those
not
teams,
get
though,
back.
man. That's the difference. We can't get behind a lot of those teams because Ravens.
'Cause it's
We
one
play the
thing-
Ravens, but
Right, it's
I
one
don't
thing
know.
getting behind
I
Chicago,
know we beat Baltimore. I think we
Yes.
split with
and it's
Baltimore the last
another
2 years
thing getting
now.
behind the Jets. But
There's
just
getting
something
about
behind
playing-
Miami is a totally different.
I agree with you. I agree.
That's a totally
That's what I'm
different
saying.
thing.
I-
And you turning the
I
ball over
think
2
the
or 3
Miami.
times a game. That
How
might
good
be
is Miami's
21
defense, Casey? How good is Miami's defense?
They got some good. Their back end's pretty good.
Okay.
Because they have Javon Holland and they've got
Jalen
what's his
Yeah,
Ramsey.
other
Ramsey
one?
too.
Yeah.
Yep,
Ever
Yeah,
since
Ramsey.
Wilkins
Ramsey
and
came back,
Chubb.
their defense been lights
Yeah,
out.
maybe
Correct,
Miami
and they got
shifts a
Christian
little.
Wilkins on the edge as well. So like Jerome Baker from Benedictine and the linebackers, they got
Got
their
Bradley
defense
Chubb.
isn't- Yeah, Bradley Chubb's like they
The
got
thing
guys
about
that can get in.
Buffalo scares me just because they seem like a team that's just playing with nothing to lose. Like they're loose as can be, and now they're winning close games. Miami, I know they beat Dallas, but Dallas hasn't beat anybody. I can't really think of somebody Miami's beat.
But it's like you said, man. There's no teams that stick out as like
nobody's.
they're
I mean, the
gonna win.
Ravens have stuck out to me because something about the Ravens. I feel like I know we beat
They're under
them.
the radar this year.
I just feel like we don't play the Ravens well. The Ravens are like the quietest 12 and I think 12 and
12-3 somehow.
12-3.
like the quietest 12-3 ever. Yeah, exactly.
But
Because it's
like I
Lamar
said,
Jackson throwing to people like Zay Flowers, and nobody really believed in him. And most people are going to recognize him on Monday night for his touchdown celebration, stealing the 49ers Christmas, and that's why he's going to be known. Like otherwise, they can't name wide receivers outside of Odell.
The Ravens though are super beat up to me. Like Keith was talking about earlier, like Lamar. They got like Lamar, Gus Edwards, and Justice. But it always feels like it's Lamar, Gus Edwards, and like the Justice.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
and The difference is the Ravens this year, as opposed to the last 2 years, you have Lamar now playing in December and January.
Yeah, not Huntley. What? Huntley was Pro Bowl, dude. Huntley was Pro Bowl last year. Huntley was Pro Bowl. Come on, what do you mean?
But like David Ruffin said on the Temptations, he ain't Lamar. He is not Lamar.
Exactly.
Lamar.
David Ruffin also had some methamphetamines in his system at all times, so I think
allegedly.
Oh, allegedly, he died in like a crack house. What do you mean allegedly?
It's still alleged.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Somewhere Matt Trigger is smiling down on the corner.
Yeah, exactly. That is true. But I'm just like, I agree with you though, Keith, with the Dolphins. I think that's we gotta go out. Yes, because even the Chiefs, man, the Chiefs like looked not the Chiefs. They're breaking down. You know
who the Chiefs remind me of? It's just like with Pittsburgh this past Saturday. The Chiefs are one of those teams that right now they look terrible right now, but then come January, they can all of a sudden snap back to form.
You see the difference between what we think of them and what we think of the Browns, right? So the Browns have a better record than both of those teams, right?
Yes.
Arguably have looked better recently than both of those teams, except for the Bills, right? They're looking good. But if they were playing the Jets on Thursday night, I would think, the Bills are going to kill the Jets. Yes, the Chiefs are going to kill the Jets. But since I'm a Browns fan, I'm thinking, trap game.
Jets are going to maybe beat the Browns. I've seen it before.
That's the crazy thing I'm saying about this is like it's just the Browns are the Browns, sadly, and these other two teams have continued success and they look good. So I'm worried about playing. You know what I mean? That's just how it's interesting.
And another thing, if the Browns weren't turning the ball over at an alarming rate, I could
be killing teams, man. We'd be blowing teams out. I think. Like,
and Simeon not the bottom of the trash heap either. So, I mean,
you never know. And what we did forget, exactly. We forgot was like we said, what CJ brought up, running the ball. We need to be able to run the ball because I think it was the Bears game, right, where it was bad weather to start the game, and that's how we got behind because we couldn't run the ball, and Fields could, right? And then once the weather got better, that's why we started winning the game. Is because we could pass the ball, no more turnovers. So that is the one worry I do have is in a bad weather.
Yes, and plus New York got Quinnen Williams too on the line too. So
I was going that route too. Not even Williams, but also you have Sauce Gardner too, who's been locking down a lot of people. Every good wide receiver so far.
MJ Emerson though. They were saying this dude's fucking top five. This week, I'm sure you all saw 18,000 penalties on that dude, on MJ Emerson. He's been good. He was looking good, but they call it you probably agree with me too. There was too many flags in that game. But with our cornerbacks,
I don't pay to watch the referees.
That was way too many flags all around the NFL. It wasn't just the Browns game. But the thing was, Emerson was getting killed. If you take all those flags away from Emerson, we fucking killed them. We killed them. They moved down the field because of Emerson's flags. And they say he plays physical all year. Exactly, yeah. That was the good thing about our defense. But they say he's been playing physical like that all year. But then if you get a team of refs like this, they're going to keep calling it. Then it's going to be tough because you're changing your style of play that you played all year like. So, but that was what worried me was Emerson too, because Sauce Gardner, like you said, is top five, I would say, right? Just like Stingley is in the guy from Denver, Surtain. Yeah, he's tough too. Yeah, the younger guy. Yeah, I would, younger top five there, kind of up on the way. Because we got a lot of tough guys, but
we are contractually obligated to mention the NFC, and I just want to say congratulations to the Detroit Lions on your first NFC North title. Now the Browns are the only team not to win a title since they
and it's also Detroit's first division title since 1993.
You guys also saw Calvin Johnson finally.
I was Casey back then.
Exactly.
Their Hall of Fame tweet from like 2 years ago. He finally tweeted back at them 2 years later after they clinched the division regarding him being nominated for the Hall of Fame.
I saw it. I did. Well, like you said though, with the NFC though, I don't know what your
It's not.
The teams could do something. Niners, Lions, Eagles, Cowboys. They want a streak, but
Oh my!
The
those
fun's in
are
the
tough
AFC
teams.
this
That's what
year.
I'm
The
saying.
fun is in the AFC.
Could be Detroit too, because they get home field advantage at Ford.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna be looking past nobody like
Lions
they
in the
was
Super
earlier
Bowl.
this
Who knows
season.
at this point?
Yeah,
It's unpredictable.
very.
And the thing is the most disappointing thing, and I'm sure most of us, if not all of us, have seen, is the whole entire Super Bowl colors and the rumor being the 49ers and the Ravens. If that's the case this year, after how fun of a year it has been, it's going to be disappointing if that's the final result.
So what is your guys? What is your most boring Super Bowl of all the ones that you? Would 49ers, Ravens, or would that be boring? I think
That'd be a good game. I think that'd be. I mean, I think this game was an outlier. This yesterday's. I don't think that would be again if they played.
Okay.
I
I went Lions and
Just
Browns.
be something that you would like expect in that scenario. Like I wouldn't expect it to be the same scenario. Brock Purdy throwing 4 interceptions, but it'd be interesting to see. But I don't really offhand, if I had a choice to pick a Super Bowl offhand, that's not the matchup I'd want to see right now.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, man. If the Browns weren't in the consideration, right? If I had no horse in the race, I don't think that'd be a good bet. It was a horrible game recently, but all those teams, though, man, I don't want to see the Eagles really or the Cowboys because I'm not really a big fan of the NFC East. So I don't want to see either one of those two teams. But I'm cool with the Niners or Lions or Baker Mayfield or.
I just don't want to see the Eagles.
I don't want the Chiefs. The Chiefs Eagles is what I don't want.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Eagles
that
would be
again.
my least.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I'd rather see like even like Colts in there before the Eagles.
You
If
muted
the
yourself
Browns-
halfway through. Try it
I
again.
said I'd rather even see like the Colts before the Eagles. Like I don't want to see the Eagles. I'm done with the Eagles. All I do is
Like you
push
said,
the guy by the
I
ass.
agree. If you take out of the picture like the Browns, like I said, if the Browns got eliminated, I wouldn't mind the Dolphins, Niners, Lions. Like those teams, I wouldn't mind if they did something, except for the Browns or the Colts. Like I don't think there's a
Dolphins
chance the
just look
Colts.
very
but-
wishy-washy on bigger stages. That's the thing. Like you don't know which Dolphins team you end up seeing. They lost.
Yeah,
to
but
the Cowboys
but that's every
almost.
team, man. What team do you?
Out, and then 3 weeks beforehand, they're struggling. Like that's their
Except
whole
for the
season.
Ravens. Except for the Ravens, do you really? I mean, shit. If you take the Niners and if they didn't play the AFC North this year because they lost to the Browns and the Ravens,
Yeah.
right? If you put them against different AFC division, they would have been shit. What 13 and like 2? Like, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
MVP for sure.
yeah, it's truly the Browns and the Ravens are what gave the Niners a problem. So if you would have taken them out of the picture, the Niners are pretty consistent outside of those teams. So I'm sure if I was the Niners, I don't want to see the Ravens or the Browns if I made the Super Bowl.
You know what you do?
Browns Bucks. That sounds so fun.
You know what you
Browns
guys
and
do want to see though?
Oh, Baker.
KC?
Oh, man.
Casey?
Shit, could you imagine? though, if
We got to
Baker
do the
fucking-
reads. We got to pay the bills.
Casey, I want to see the guns. I want to see the reads. Let's go. It's Dubby time. That's right.
Hey.
You want an energy drink that you can mix at home that doesn't give you the jitters or make you crash, then try Dubby. Their products have no calories, no sugar, no maltodextrin. Don't know what that is. Good thing they don't have it. No fillers and no artificial colors. Dubby has great flavors such as Dragonade, Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dub Sludge. So head on over to w.gg. Use the coupon code We Like Sportz to get 10% off your order. So you want to do that. Also got to do this. Check out the We Like Sportz website at WeLikeSportsPC.com because they have the Snooze You Lose podcast. Uncle Joe the Black Bookie and your Snooze You Lose pick of the week. You want to check that out because it'll add more coin to your man purse. So that's pretty awesome right there. And also to Tight Nutrition, you want a good protein product, head on over to tightnutrition.net / or /. I always get it wrong, but it's / We Like Sportz. So you want to check that out. And also big news in the world of paying the bill land here. You want to check out mybookie.website / We Like Sportz. So you want to check that out because they are the best. I actually won some money over the weekend with them. So you want to check them out.
I can vouch. I used them for years and years and years before Hard Rock got legal in Florida until like last month. So I use my bookie for the last like 5 years. So
That's awesome because Casey, if you would find $100 bill on the ground, you wouldn't walk past it. So don't pass up a chance with easy cash with my bookie. My bookie has the biggest online selection of odds and contests to fill up your sports betting needs anytime, anywhere, so you can turn that sports knowledge into cash in your wallet. Bet on the NFL, college bowl games, or play for a big share of big cash prizes in the weekly blackjack tournaments. If you've been waiting for the right time to get in on the action, that time is now. Make your winning move today. Sign up at MyBookie. Use promo code We Like Sportz. Want to do that? And claim your deposit match redeemable up to $1,000. So you want to do that. So again, that's promo code We Like Sportz to claim your bonus. Experience the thrill of sports right from the comfort of your own home. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. And if I screw that up, then hey, you know what? Hey, we got next week to do it. Love my bookie though. You got me some money. So if I screwed it up in any way, shape, or form, come after me. Actually, come after Casey. He's the one that looks like Baker.
Yes. Well, I will tell you, I could be the MyBookie spokesperson because they have a 12 days of giveaways going on right now. So once you make your first deposit, you got a few more days of the giveaways. You get free casino chips, you get free spins, you get free bets. They also have a live casino you can do as well, not just sports betting, if you are interested in that as well. So, like I said, I currently, I think, gave away a free $10 bet. I won on that one. And we hit on they have a free casino chip. So they do give a lot of free money away. So like Ed said, if you walk by and you see $100 on the ground, you're going to pick it up. I will promise you my bookie gives a lot of free money away. So,
yes. Good stuff.
Look at that. Casey, Baker Mayfield, a spokesperson for the We Like Sportz Show and my bookie. Where's that
Yes,
title? It should be underneath.
And I want to connect that to Ed. Ed said Baker Mayfield against the New York Jets on Thursday Night Football. I was at Red Circle Lanes watching that game back then. When I got home, I bought my first Baker Mayfield jersey.
Hey.
Wow. After that Thursday night game.
After further review, the promo code is sports. Okay, it's sports. Okay, so sorry, my bookie. Hey, if you put in We Like Sportz, you almost got it right, but it's just sports. Okay,
with
so
you want it right?
Yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting there. So,
I was at that game with Baker.
Oh, you were? You should have got the jersey too. What the hell? I can't believe you didn't buy one that day.
Yeah, I was at that game. That's when they unleashed the beer thing.
Bud Light, the Bud Light things,
Bud Light thing.
It's like week 3 of the season.
Yes.
I gave you degenerates some homework over the weekend, and I know nobody probably paid attention or listens to me. That's okay.
What the hell? What was the homework, Ed?
The homework was
Mr. Columbus.
We're going to do some best ofs right now. So I want you guys to give me 1, 2, or 3, probably just one, of your best ofs 2023. What did you like about this year in the year of sports? Or it could be something personal, even with the podcast or anything like that, or the show, I should say. Just anything that you want to, I'll start it off. 2023, all we do in Columbus and win, and we're not always in scarlet and gray. Sometimes we're in black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Columbus Crew 2023 champions.
Ed Khalifa up there.
Ed Khalifa right there. That's right.
Wiz in Columbus.
Hey, Mia, can you go get me a sandwich?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, correct.
Wiz
in Columbus up here.
Not as bright. No. Anybody else want to throw that? CJ.
Yeah, you know what, Ed? Just because you're in Columbus, one of my favorite games I watched this year was, and it ended on New Year's, right at midnight, as soon as the ball dropped. No. Georgia completing that comeback, beating Ohio State, missed field goal, then they go to dump truck TCU. I think the other one's just been this Browns season. Browns have been good, I think, like 4 times in my lifetime. So to enjoy like a 10-5, just kind of like every week we're playing with house money. This Browns season has been one of I'm gonna remember this Joe Flacco ride for him. Be sitting in my friend's garage probably 20 years ago. I remember Joe Flacco as a Brown that one year, just fucking chucking it deep so that, but also Ed just beating. I don't get to play Ohio State in football too often, so watching them beat Ohio State was a good.
Thanks, CJ. Thank you for that. Thank you. Where's your dog at, CJ? I want to see more. I'd rather see more dog than your mouth.
He was barking earlier. He was trying to get in the show. He was mic'd up earlier.
Yeah, he was mic'd up. He was just pumped about the Browns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. CJ was doing the barking all weekend, so the dog thought it was time.
Fired up about it.
Keith, I know my man Keith's got some best ofs because he actually listens when I talk sometimes, I believe. Right?
Yeah. best of is that the fact that the Browns have made it through this season despite everything that has happened. Where most teams would have folded, the Browns just kept on plugging. And now we're starting to see the benefits and the reward from all that hard work. And the fact that Kevin took him out down to West Virginia for the team to bond.
The Greenbrier. Yep, took him to Greenbrier.
And that was huge. And also the best of that you finally got to see Cavs playoff basketball, even though it was short-lived.
And you won't see it this upcoming year.
You might see the play-in version and stuff like that.
I'm telling you.
But I think they're going to make a move, actually. I think they're going to make a move.
I got another one. It happened January 9th. I just had to look it up. January 9th, Browns fired Joe Woods. That was like, I had such a good feeling about the Sheriff right now to see Joe Woods sitting on the sideline.
And also think about this. Everything, like my man just said, the Browns fired Joe Woods. They fired Prefer, the special teams coach.
Yeah.
And they brought in Schwartz. They
And
brought
Bubba
in Bubba Ventrone, even though I know Bubba's not happy today after Sunday, which got our kicker hurt. But and they also brought in, they showed urgency and made the right moves that has paid off so far. Then the biggest move probably was bringing in Joe Flacco. Now we'll see what's going on with the kicker and punter Thursday. So, but
Dusty's out. They already said that.
It's actually been a good year for the Browns, for real.
I haven't heard of for real in a while either.
Casey, what do you got for the best ofs?
So I agree with Keith having the Cavs in the playoffs again post LeBron. That was good. I wanted to give February, or I should say Friday, 8/11 was the date.
I know where you're going with this. Good. Keep going.
Oh, my God. I know where I just got it.
I know. I was going to bring it up, but I'm glad I don't have to.
It couldn't happen, but he still hasn't gotten paid for it.
I was sitting just like this.
Yeah.
Watching the Cleveland Guardians lose. Few beers in. This is a beer. Just drinking, put it down. I see. Over the fence. Home run. Crowd doesn't go wild because I was in Tampa Bay.
And they're in
Who was on that? Who was on that? Fucking bomb, man. 500 feet fucking bomb. This guy gets. I look at the Jumbotron right there. So I turn over. I take a nice look. Who is it? Miles Straw. Home run. What does Casey get? Early Christmas present from Santa Ed up there, man. Old Saint Ed. I got an early Christmas present. That was one of the best moments of my.
I was happy for you. I was like I said to the audience, best of. Casey is referring to a couple weeks before his 8/11 game in Tropicana Field between the Guardians and Rays. I had said that Miles Straw would not hit a home run. I actually put a bet with Casey that if Miles Straw hit a home run, that I would pay for a jersey. And you know what? Miles Straw has only hit one home run this past year, and of course it was.
Career too.
When I was at the game,
when he was at the game, yes.
At the game,
and Casey got down there and ran the bases for Miles Straw when he hit that home run.
I said, "Holy fuck!" I said everyone around me is looking at me, and I was like, "No one understands except for my girlfriend. No one understands why I'm so happy right now." But speaking of my girlfriend, she suffered through those 3 games, so I appreciate her doing that. And she bought me a PS5 for Christmas, so thank you for that as well. So that was a nice gesture from her. But yes, that was my the most excitement I've had at a game recently was definitely that. So, I'm glad I could help. I'll give you a better one in Cleveland. When I was in Cleveland, I watched Terry Francona's last home game, so that was another good, best of watching the whole thing they put on for him, and everyone that was there clapping for him and appreciating him. That was another, good moment of this year in Cleveland sports for me. So not so crazy.
The guy that believes in Mason Rudolph, what do you got to say?
The best of the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback room. I never thought that they'd end up being the number 1 seed in the AFC. I never thought they'd be 12-3. Who would have thought not only Kenny Pickett had 30 touchdowns. Mason Rudolph has also thrown for 15 as well.
The hell are you talking about?
Wait, you guys don't have that same stat book at all for the? Oh, damn it! That's the
Our
Ravens.
script is different than your script. Okay. Yeah, and that'll get you kicked out of the show. That'll get
Yeah. That's horrible.
yeah,
Don't let him back in.
guys, make sure
What kind of fan is this?
Hey, edibles are a crazy thing, guys. Make sure you don't.
You know what Peyton is right now? Like I said, it's his first name, and you take a few letters out, he's paying. He's paying right now. That's what he's
paying.
Also, want to add one more thing
Vince.
that don't have nothing to do with Cleveland.
Yes.
I'm so glad that the Yankees got proactive this offseason.
We got a big Yankees player. What do you mean? We just gave you Cody Morris, dude.
His stat line in AAA, that guy got a fucking 6 stat line.
He struggled in the MLB last year, though.
Yeah, but it's tough when you don't get at bats.
Wait, hold on. Mike Tomlin kicked me off.
Shut up. We can't.
Rebuttal time. What's going on, Peyton?
Hold on. What? Mike Tomlin kicked me off. He said I don't know the team as well as I thought I did. But anyways, my best of would probably be just all you guys being around this year and being in the holiday spirit. I'm thankful and grateful for each and every one of you guys and all of our writers over at WeLikeSportsPC.com.
Yeah, Joe America.
In all seriousness.
Love you, Joe America.
We, the people. He's Zeb Coulter. Is that this guy?
Oh my gosh. He's going to get me fired. He's going to kick my ass. Guys. He's going to kick my ass.
So where are we at the show?
I don't know. Flacco will get. I don't know. I'm falling behind.
I got a
here.
We the People shirt. I can go crack that one out if you want. I got that somewhere.
Thank you, Ram and Jam.
Ram and Jam. Flacco will get
Ram and Jam. What is that all about?
Flacco will get cut for
an overpaid scrub.
Who's the overpaid scrub?
Let's live in the moment.
Talk about Watson. Talk about Watson being an overpaid scrub.
That's Watson's burner. That was Watson's burner.
Buddy,
right Ram and Jam.
Like I said on Sunday, what I told Ed, I said, Deshaun, I hope you're keeping receipts for next year and make all these motherfuckers that's doubting you eat their words.
And Ram and Jam, could you please keep commenting? I want to know more about this Ram and Jam, what this business is all about here. I'm a little intrigued.
That's nickname in high school was Ram and Jam. So he wants to know if it was the same.
But you also got to look at it is Flacco probably got to get paid next year. He about to get paid. And also Kevin about to get a lot of coaches fired too.
So is Flacco. Flacco's getting a lot of coaches fired. That's the thing.
Tag team.
Any more best of? I will say one thing. Kind of shout out since you mentioned Senate League earlier. Shout out to the Cleveland, the Glenville Tar Blooders for winning.
Yes, sir.
Also, that was good. So
yes, sir.
The best of the Guardians' future because it's always the future for them. You know, we're always very hopeful for the Guardians, and maybe one day we'll get.
We got you an outfielder today.
We'll take
based
that
on numbers for AAA so far. We're in good shape. I know.
I'll take that. I'll take that over the past, though, man. I'll take at least hope. We didn't have hope for about 10 years.
So much worse. Go,
prepare to see the new outfielder in Columbus.
I'm just saying, I'm okay with at least we got hope every year. We didn't have hope for so long, we
ain't got hope.
Same with the Cavs.
Right here being
Hope's first name Bob.
He's dead. About Joe Flacco every week.
Yeah, but the Rangers. You think the Rangers are talking about World Series at the start of? You never know, man. Baseball's an interesting one.
I feel like Guardians fans talk more about World Series, and then reality hits in October, and they go, "Why do we even think this was a thing?"
Don't watch the team, you whiny little bitch.
Oh my God. This is Eddie Columbus with We Like
Sportz. I'm telling you, dude. You go look. You go take a look at fucking Royals.
About the team.
This is Eddie Columbus with We Like Sportz
right now.
That's my new thing, guys. When it gets out of control, I just hit that boom.
What button are you hitting?
The Breakhead News.
He's like Tony Reale up here with the mute button. He got the power.
I don't know. All I know is I like you guys when you guys fight. It's actually fun, but
oh my God,
I actually
got to start giving us points.
Always whining about the goddamn Guardians all the time.
That's why I hit it. Now he's mentioning that. See,
we're always whining about the team.
DJ's always whining.
Not whining.
Stop sign right behind him because he doesn't stop.
I need it for you because you don't quit whining like a little bitch all the time.
That's why I hit the button. Maybe that's
we got
why.
you an outfielder that hit 20 home runs in 101 games in AAA. It's not good enough for it. Yeah, get out of here.
You know what? I think yeah, maybe this segment.
Home ass Cody Morris is going on. He's going to whine about us moving Cody Morris.
Gotta go. Sorry. But you know what? Maybe we'll just forget. Maybe you know what? We're doing this shit live. This is Ed in Columbus with your We Like Sports Breaking News.
Do it with one hand.
That's right. The Baltimore Ravens defeated the San Francisco 49ers 33-19 in a game where the San Francisco starting quarterback was intercepted 4 times. That doesn't sound pretty to me. Taylor Swift. Sorry. Taylor Swift arrived with Santa Claus in Kansas City this past weekend for the Raiders-Chiefs game. Las Vegas ended up winning the game, and Santa could be heard saying that's what happens when your team's most influential fan is a ho, ho, ho. Sorry, Tay-Tay. Kanye made me say it. And finally, after the convincing win over the Houston Texans on Christmas Eve, the Cleveland Browns now have a 99.2% chance of making the playoffs. So you're telling me there's a chance they don't make it? Hey, you know what? I'm wacko for Flacco, and that shit ain't happening. Go Browns! And this is Ed in Columbus with your Breakhead News, and I'm messing this whole thing up on We Like Sports.
What do We Like Sports? Breakhead News.
The Illuminati gonna get you for that one, Ed.
Yeah, I think Kanye actually kind of put a hex on me right there.
Yeah,
I
he ended
mentioned
up
his
getting
name
into your
without getting-
voice box and forgot how to speak for your breaking news. You
I
forgot
even know
your
it,
own
man.
segment, Ed.
I forgot my own segment.
I even know it.
Oh my God.
I even know.
You know what, Casey? Casey, you do it next time then.
Ed in Columbus, We Like Sports. Breakhead News.
It didn't happen today, guys. It happened.
I see that.
Ironically enough, he said do it live, and then when he did it live,
I
everything
fucked it
bad
up.
just happened.
I know. Never again. Never again. We're not doing this shit live anymore.
Pre-recorded Monday mornings, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
No, we're booting Ed to the 2:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. Show.
He's got the night shift.
Yeah, night shift. Late
Call
nights
him
with
Ed Parody.
I love that. Well, you know what, guys? You know what I need? We all probably could use some New Year's resolutions. And you know what? My first one's gonna be don't mess up Breakhead News. But on the real, let's go around and talk about some New Year's resolutions. Not only maybe if you want to talk about yourself personally, that's fine, but also to what your sports teams need or sport in general needs. I think I'll start out with one that nobody cares about, but I think Live Golf and the PGA, they need to figure something out because more defections. I know they said they're merging, but it's kind of getting murky in the world of golf world, and so I hope they figure it out. That's something off the wall. There you go. Keith, go ahead, Keith. You look like you're a smart, intelligent young lad.
All I gotta say is I hope Cleveland State will quit scheduling their games on the same night.
Those your
Bahamas. Or
He's like us.
this Thursday, they got the game the same night as
He's
the
so
Browns.
mad about it.
Yes, because I like watching Cleveland State. I'm a Viking fan. And I hate having to interrupt to go to each one. I want to watch one in its entirety.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes.
Casey, go ahead with. We'll just go say one, and we'll go around because, and if you have something else, you can just interrupt like CJ.
I don't just interrupt. Only pay dumb shit all the time.
Ed, believe me, back in the day, same shit. Don't you worry.
Okay,
He says dumb shit all the time. Yeah.
He brings a very unique perspective to the show, all right?
If he's going to talk out of his ass, he might as well turn around so you hear him better.
And the bad part is they play a competitive conference game too on that Thursday.
Thanks, Keith. Thank
They
you.
play Oakland.
Yeah.
They play Oakland at the same night as the
He's
Browns
still
game.
stewing on that after all that shit. It's like they play a competitive.
Damn.
God bless you, Keith. God bless you.
You must have these other two muted out here.
Damn, they need to quit scheduling when it's big games from our pro teams. You wonder why you only get 2,000 or 1,000.
You think
Guys, Gates' biggest fan.
Well, go ahead, Casey. Go ahead with one.
I would say I don't have any really. You didn't see. I didn't prepare. You didn't tell me, man. What the hell? You didn't warn me.
Oh my
So,
God! I swear to God, with you guys.
I know what you want mine to be. You want it to be for me to be on the show more, but
that'd be a great resolution.
It would actually. I would actually grace us with your presence weekly.
I'll go for you. They also should consider putting Tristan McKenzie in the bullpen this year. For real. Especially since I keep hearing rumors that they're trying to trade Clase or they're open to Clase being moved.
I don't think they're trying to trade Clase. I think they're just taking calls on them.
But I would say move Tristan McKenzie to the bullpen, have him be your closer or setup man, because it's shown evidently that he can't hold up as a starter during the season.
I do get what you're saying. No, I see where you're coming from, but
Andrew Miller was a starter at one point.
Most of those guys were.
Mariano Rivera was a starter at one point.
CJ Hawkins was a starter at one point. So.
No, I've only been out of the bullpen in my career. Got to throw it in last year, though.
I was the opposite. I was always starting. I never was in the bullpen. Peyton, I don't know if you have any.
I got one. You want me to go?
New Year's resolution is, and this is probably something that I have to do this year just because every Guardians game, I end up having hope that they end up coming from behind, so I need to be more realistic.
Yeah, they were trailing in every game last year.
Yeah, and I thought they'd be 162-0, obviously.
I know you did.
But it's frustrating, and hopefully, I mean, I'm already seeing in a couple of predictions online on Sports Illustrated, I couldn't even name other websites, but I've seen them throughout.
We Like Sports?
No, We Like Sports PC.com pieces so far, but they're saying that the Guardians, if their pitching's healthy, maybe they're in the playoffs, maybe World Series. They have a healthy rotation than after last year, and I need to stop buying into that stupid shit because I do it every year.
Hey, what's the harm? At least you got hope. That's my view.
That's what being a Cleveland fan is. You got Joe Flacco. You guys have hope for the rest of the season.
Oh, my God. The Twins
he's winning, he's getting paid.
You're trying to tell me we're not going to beat the Twins in the division? The Twins stink, man. Oh, they stink. And it's all Sonny Gray and Kenta Maeda. Who are they going to replace him with? Do you think Pablo Lopez is going to be 20 games? I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, but injuries, you never know. Too.
You can go ahead now.
We were as
right. Thank you, Peyton. Thank you.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Why not?
Who gonna play right in left field for the Guardians?
Hey, perfect. No, perfect. This is what I wanted to talk about. Will Brennan. I don't know why we don't.
Never mind.
No, see, I'm fucking telling you. Look at his stats.
He's a shittier version of Tyler Naquin, the same guy.
No, I'm telling you.
Can't hit a fastball.
So, I sent you both the Snapchat of you watching that game. That was a walk-off extra inning hit by him. So I was like, they were talking. Your CJ's favorite announcer, Andre Knott, was sucking Will Brennan's dick like he usually sucks everyone else's dick. That is, I hate
allegedly. Gotta say allegedly.
What's he gonna do? Talk shit about him?
Yeah, no, he just blows them all. I don't need to hear him blow all the players in the dugout. I don't need to hear that.
He's in the dugout.
Now you're welcome to come on the show anytime, Andre.
This is him. This is it. Dapping up Stephen Kwan, looking up at Stephen Kwan that's 5'6". Fucking, I don't need to see him doing that. But anyway, Will Brennan hit like 270 last year.
299 on base.
And he hit like 300 his first year in the first 18 games when he played up. He's not like, we'll see this year, but I don't want to give up on him like fucking Nolan Jones. I'm just saying, Nolan Jones and Will Benson.
They gave up on Nolan Jones. That was different. I was angry about that. I wouldn't be angry if they gave up on Will Brennan.
I don't think Will Brennan's a bad. I don't know.
Nolan Jones is our best prospect. Well, the thing about Nolan Jones that made me angry, the Will Benson thing, I'll get into that in a second. The Nolan Jones thing is Nolan Jones was our best prospect for like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, it's like one random day in the winter, we trade him to Colorado. And don't get me wrong, like Brito put up numbers.
We sold him.
But like, they got Juan Brito, and they like Juan Brito. But like, Nolan Jones was our best guy for so long. That's all we kept hearing about. Oh, Nolan Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they can move Lindor. They're going to have Nolan Jones at third, and Jose will move back to second. Like, so it was so weird just to go. The Benson just cut down on strikeouts. Like, he was always like raw. I didn't really care when they traded him because I was like, he strikes out later like a 40% clip.
Well, fucking Zimmer.
Will Brennan.
Not like Casey
that's
Bowling,
what it is. Exactly. It's Will Brennan and Will Benson are Tyler Naquin and Bradley Zimmer to me. They're the same guys.
I think we should give I think we should give Brennan a shot, though. I don't think. I think he's a.
I don't. He can't have
I do.
lefties. You can't platoon center field because you got Miles Straw out there. And
Straw not gonna be out there this year.
Would be a good fourth outfielder, but
I think after the trade today with Cody Morris, I think that's kind of your sign that Straw's either going to be DFA'd or else just on the bench.
I think they're taking calls on Class A, and if you take Class A or you take Bieber, they're going to throw Straw in the deal.
What do you have to lose? It's just the money at that point.
Well, I think they want someone to take that contract on with them.
Well, yeah,
you do know that Florial guy we traded for was like a top prospect for.
Yeah, he was 26. So like, there's not any time on.
Here we go with prospects again.
Dude, he was their top. He was their number one. He was their number one.
I want a guy that's producing in the major leagues. We're ready to win now, right?
Yeah, but we signed those fucks and they can't play for us.
Now they're fucks
that are ready to win.
I'm telling you. We signed those guys though, and they don't do anything. Like
you want to go, Eddie Rosario, perfect example.
Josh Bell, Mike Zunino,
stunk like
I don't want those
Swisher, Mike Boyd.
Those are the guys.
Every
you
guy.
Got bad markets. You can't just go throw money at it, right?
Yeah,
the best outfit. You think Hunter Renfroe is going to solve our problems? He's going to be 33 next year, right? Even Jorge Soler, who I think would be a good fit here, guy can't play the field. Michael Brantley can't play the field. You can't DH.
I want them to spend money. I'm cool with it, but every guy we get.
There's nothing to spend money on this offseason. There's nothing to. And they got a lot of these prospects where they're in the same boat they were the COVID year. They got to shit or get off the pot with some of these guys. Right? You can't keep sitting on George Villaro. You can't keep
every year.
Jonathan Rodriguez. He's another one, right? You got a lot of prospects.
I actually want to see the Rodriguez dude. That's what I actually want to see.
Bring him up.
I want to see the Rodriguez dude, and I want to see the big 6'6".
Bring them all up.
You get a prospect.
You get a prospect.
Hey, Peyton, who is the 6'6" dude that's in the Guardians minor league system in Columbus?
Ed?
Tim
outfielder,
Sandy Leone. Sandy Leone.
No, the outfielder, the third base. He play outfield. He play third base. He play first base.
For double A?
You're the beat writer. You're the fucking beat writer of Columbus, Ed, and you're telling me.
Yohinsky Noel, I think.
That's what it's Yohinsky Noel.
Yeah. I want to see him too.
I call him Donkey.
Puig? We got Puig again. Yeah, Steel Puig was 66 for us, wasn't he?
No, it's 6'6", I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was 66. I thought he said number 66. I was like,
that sounds about right for the Dolans.
Because he like 6'6", 275 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Noel.
Yeah, well, remember Bobby Bradley?
Well, 6'3", 250.
I mean,
that's him.
He's 6'3", 250.
Yeah.
Switch him out.
Well, either way, they need to bring them up and just let
them.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're going to have to do this year.
Speaking of 6'3",
I know people don't like it. It's not popular.
Because now LA then made the market fuck you to the small market teams. For real.
What would mean more to you if you won a championship as the Dodgers when you buy all those guys, or if you're the Guardians and we actually built a team with chemistry?
Don't care. Champion's a championship.
I don't care.
That's why it would mean more to me if the Cavs won a championship now than when they won LeBron.
I'd agree with you on that because I was the same way.
I'm telling you,
never heard. It
would have made more for me in 2016 because it was earned instead of given to you by LeBron.
We came back down 3-1 against the Warriors.
No, yes,
but you had LeBron. It was almost as if it was expected.
No. I don't think it was expected. I don't think it was expected.
I thought it was.
Hot take.
I'm getting off of your boat for a second.
I'm leaving
again. You went to the 20.
If I'm a Dodgers fan and I win a ring, I'm going to that parade.
To me, it means more to me when I see us fight to get it than if we just bought it. If we just spent $100 million next year and we fucking signed, I wouldn't mean as much.
Buy it and they don't win. Like, it doesn't mean you're going to look at the Mets, look at the Padres, look at all these other. Buy it. That doesn't mean anything.
I agree. I know.
About to implode.
Look at the Yankees. Oops.
Yeah, they bought it for this and sold it for this. Is what they did. It's come on, look at fucking Soto.
We're on our way back.
We haven't won since 1948. Would you quit bitching on how we're going to do it? I mean,
you guys don't even care about winning the division. Peyton doesn't want to make the playoffs.
I'm telling you, it just means more to me seeing a team that we built than a team that we bought. That's just me.
Same thing if they would have ended up going on a run last year.
Say, hey, we won the World Series finally.
Well, when the Yankees win it this year, they can say they built and they paid. Aaron Judge is a farm pan.
Correct. But if you look
the
at
other
like
kid, I forgot the one kid that plays shortstop. He's a farm hand.
Torres?
Not Torres. It's the other kid.
Goofy guy.
It's the other kid.
Volpe.
Oh, Canary,
Yeah.
Falefa, or
He's
whatever.
a farm
Oh,
hand.
he's talking about Volpe. They traded
And
my God, Peyton, how are you
also-
a baseball reporter? You don't even know what the hell's going on.
And also,
softball. It's softball.
Isaiah
He is
Connors,
on boots on the ground in softball. Damn it!
and also they made key trades. They got Juan Soto. They signed Verdugo.
They traded for Verdugo.
Well, traded for Verdugo. Both trades. They didn't even offer their wallets.
What's in your wallet?
Patrick Mahomes sucking at quarterback.
What's in your wallet? He's an insurance salesman.
Wait,
you didn't let me do my New Year's resolution. Hey,
Go ahead, CJ. Okay, we're bringing this back.
Wait, hold up.
All right,
Put
now
on
I
that
need
thing
them
down. We
to
need
stop
it.
scheduling. I need them to stop scheduling
Cleveland
UW
State
basketball games. You know how hard it is for me to go to that gym and watch Baldwin Wallace, my Yellow Jackets, fight hard when the Cavs are going on. Just throws me off. Really grinds my gears. We got a big game.
You know, grinds my gears. I got the same one with you. My work scheduled me to work PMs now, so I can't watch the Cavs. There you go. That's my.
You should be thanking them.
The fucking Browns on Thursday. I'm telling you, because I got to close Thursday now. But that's my problem. It grinds my gears there. But
I'm trying to go to Earthsprung Gymnasium to watch my fighting Yellow Jackets.
I thought you were going to the goddamn Rams, the James Ford Rams. I thought you were going to watch them play.
Hey, CJ, I killed the Yellow Jacket this year. I was cutting my grass. Yellow Jacket stung me on the neck.
Thought of you.
That sucker died because of it, so I took one out.
You know, we got a big game this week coming up.
The American
last
hero.
Thursday we have
Who y'all got?
John Carroll.
Marietta coming to town.
Okay.
Marietta coming up here. I think they're going to come to my gym. Park on Trestle Avenue.
Classic.
No.
Not playing Oakland?
I
thought they were going to have a double header. Oakland's playing Cleveland State and heading over to BW, I thought.
They're doing the whole entire Cleveland loop, CSU.
Yeah, correct.
John Carroll.
John Carroll, yeah. Kent State.
Akron.
We lost. Baldwin Wallace lost to Cleveland State 96-48. Oh, my God.
Oh, someone must have been hurt, man. Someone had to be hurt for BW.
First game of the season. We got to work out the kinks, you know.
Yeah,
not indicative of how my Yellow.
You must not have been at that game. Ed must have been there instead of you. He might have.
My other one is to be nicer to Dickhead down here.
I got them. Dickhead.
You're on the wrong side. This is like over here.
Stupid sayings. I'm trying to like wind this camera. No, not you, Ed.
Oh,
the dude in the Freddy Krueger.
The dude in the Freddy Krueger sweater. Thanks.
Oh man.
Dumb shit he be saying.
CJ, you know I missed you being on the show.
I'm here. This is why.
Ed, look at this dynamic right now. Keith and that. Look at the dynamic with all three. With this triangle we have right here in the middle and the corners. Look how different the show is with all three of us.
Oh, man.
It's because we have the two wise ones up here. We have that have to be the babysitters for the three children. If we weren't in screens, we'd be fighting each other.
Could you imagine in person? We need a round table. I'm telling you, February.
Well,
February.
Casey would be like Baker and come up short.
In person. I'll tell you.
We're gonna need
liquor. Speaking of
we're
short,
gonna need my bookie.
Yeah, we're gonna Yep.
Hey Casey. Also, this week, watch the Locked On Sports 216 NFL Power Rankings. I might have a special surprise for you.
Oh,
that's a tease.
Yeah, tune in.
Ooh.
What? So, when can we tune into this though? Can we?
Well, it'll probably be Wednesday.
Wednesday?
You would know that, Casey, if you showed up regularly.
I know. I just want all the other 2,000 viewers we have here to understand where to watch the Keith Allen Locked On Sports Show. Come on.
Okay. Yes. And
I'm looking out for X-Pac up here.
He's the spokesman.
Yeah, I told you so.
Also Thursday at me and Ed got to confer a time, 6 or 7 p.m. Thursday. We'll have the Browns pregame for Locked On Sports 216. As we'll talk about the ins and outs of the Browns and the Jets.
Jets, Jets.
Kath, I need to hear your opinion. I need to hear your opinion though on the picture of you as X-Pac and CJ as China. I'm curious of your Generation Next.
What the fuck happened in this Minnesota game?
What you thought of that picture, but I gave you X-Pac because the hair was similar. That's why the headband.
And
then
CJ has a similar build
up
to
here.
China.
So. Yeah.
Okay, so you did that picture?
Yeah.
Okay, good work. Good work.
It only took about 15, 20 minutes, actually.
That's what's up.
You know,
We only have two words for you. Watch us.
We got 2 words for you. Watch us.
I will be honest. Peyton was going to be China, but his face fit better as Triple H, and Ed was going to be Triple H instead of the ass man. And see, but the way the faces work.
For me.
I went
the way
from
the faces
Billy and
work.
Chuck to Triple H. I like the upgrade.
Yeah, you got luck. Don't worry. Tonight I'll make you guys a picture as Billy and Chuck. Don't you worry. He is the ass man now, so he's got to stay as Billy. So you could be Chuck Palumbo. I'll make one.
That'll be the new upcoming video promo for this week. Is Ed and I going back and forth as Billy and Chuck?
I can't make CJ Rico. I can't punish him again. So it can't be Rico. I'm not going to do that to him. I can't do that to him.
So it's going to be a video promo every week.
That's right. Yep. There we go. Yep.
If we're on the same path and Casey's making some good pictures, we'll make sure to get good use out of them.
No,
I need you guys to sing their entrance music though. That "You Look So Good" song. I need you to sing. That's what I need you to sing. That's what I need. I'm telling you.
I know
Ed's
this is
an ass man.
Yeah, but anybody watch that South Park thing on Paramount? Not suitable for adults. That's some good. My son and I watched it the other day.
Ed Jr.
It has to do with Logan Paul and Prime, but they call it Cred.
I saw
great.
that.
You got to watch it. It's really good stuff out there. So I implore.
Prime, not a sponsor yet. Logan
not
Paul.
yet. See, that's what I'm doing. See,
Soon.
I'm waiting for fucking High Life, dude. I'm waiting for the sponsor from High Life.
What are you drinking today, Casey?
They sponsor the
show. I had Red Bull.
We just got to start putting sponsors up in. It just looks more professional. Ed.
Yeah, we could just say that we're sponsored by these people, and then when they see,
we do sponsor them.
We're doing you a favor, Mountain Dew. We're doing you a favor.
And Red Bull, we're doing you a favor. Sponsored athletes. We get some NIL deals out too. Shit. CSU, you hear that? We can get some NIL deals with CSU athletes.
Fighting bikes.
That's right.
Yes.
BW, we're set. I'm telling you. I think
the official podcast of the Ohio State University. We're
going to start covering
Freddy Krueger.
We're going to start covering Viking basketball.
We can get UMass for CSU. We'll be
Ohio
fucking
State.
good.
I'm going to start. I'll cover CSU club baseball. I think they got a game changer page, and I'll just copy and paste the summary and just upload it.
What's that?
Courtesy
what's that one
of
called?
CJ.
Huddle. The Huddle. You got the Huddle account made? Is that what you got?
Oh yeah. I think the game changer. I know 2 guys that play club ball at CSU. I just copy and paste it every day.
They got a club baseball team.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember they used to have an actual squad.
They haven't had a baseball. Whatchamacallit
So did I.
there.
Yeah.
Miocic.
I thought they had a baseball.
Yeah,
you can
they
make
had a
that
baseball team.
It's all you want, Peyton. It's true.
What?
Miocic played baseball at Cleveland State.
He did. He was good. Him and now what's his face? The catcher. We're really good friends. Can't think of his name.
Ivan Rodriguez.
No.
I'm not gonna make a joke yet. I'm not gonna make a joke.
No, there's a catcher for the Guardians. I forget what his name was.
Austin Hedges.
No.
Oh
he was
Yeah, Peyton, take your shirt off. Do your Hedges impression.
Yeah, I do.
Do my what?
Do your Hedges your Austin Hedges impression.
We just got.
I want to see this belly, Peyton. I want to see you. Did you see the promo picture the Guardians posted of him when they re-signed him? He was shirtless. That's what I need. I need
promo for 2 weeks from now for us.
Yeah, I need you a shirtless picture. I'll make the same thing. Yeah. Tune in to see
We Like Sportz acquires the hug.
Exactly.
Jan Gomes. It was Jan Gomes. It was Jan Gomes. He's really good friends with Stipe, and they
Wow.
Yeah.
Silver Slugger, Jan Gomes.
Yeah.
All-star. Remember they killed that chicken for him?
I remember hearing that.
Remember they chopped the head off like a dead chicken, like a frozen chicken. They cut it in half. Then he broke his wrist 2 weeks later. No, it's when he's slumping real bad.
No.
Well, that's when Chris Perez had his weed delivered to his door.
Allegedly.
He was
Allegedly.
He did though.
The same thing.
We got about 6 minutes left in the show, so
well, can I do my
whatever you guys want to
tease?
talk about? I mean, it's not like we haven't been doing that, but whatever you guys want.
Well, I want to go back to sports then. I have my tease, Ed. Remember, I teased you about an hour.
Oh yeah, you're
an hour and 20 minutes ago. My tease,
that's right. Yes,
I've been
finally.
We're
ready to come now.
I saw when I told Ed, I saw the camera move because his wiener knocked the camera up. I saw it, so I want to.
Wait, are we sponsored by Blue Chew?
Oh my God,
Manscaped! If you want to shave your balls, you talk to Peyton.
Huge, makes it look huge.
All right.
Oh my God.
So there's a tease.
I will give
you let him fucking make us come.
2 people. All right. So the first stat I'm going to give you is Trevor Lawrence in his first 48 career starts. Right, 48 career starts is his stat line. He is 20-28, 85.5 passer rating. 55-35 passing TDs to interceptions. Total pass and rushing yards is 12,200, and his yards per attempt is 6.7. Right, that is
he ran for 12,000 yards. That can't be right.
Passing and rushing combined is 12,000 yards. 12, right, Trevor Lawrence, right? Top prospect, all of this huge name, right? So keep in mind, Urban Meyer for his rookie year. So I get it. But we go over to somebody who's on the show right now named Drew. I think you can guess this quarterback. I'm about to go. Daniel Jones. He is, in this first 48 career starts, 19-29, which is only one more loss than one less win than he had. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence had. Passer rating, 85.4, which is 0.1% lower than Trevor Lawrence. Pass TD to interception ratio, 55-33, which is 2 less picks than Trevor Lawrence has. He has 11,992 rushing and passing yards, which is about 300 less, and the exact same 6.7 yards per attempt. So, if you were to swap those 2 guys, and Daniel Jones was the number 1 pick, all that hype, and Trevor Lawrence was Daniel Jones with the Duke.
Holy shit.
So, I mean, is Trevor Lawrence, if he wasn't the number 1 pick, with the Peyton Manning's camp, all that bullshit, do you think that he would be anything different than Daniel Jones would be?
I think it's twofold with Trevor Lawrence. One, he's Trevor Lawrence, right? The name matters. He's been the number 1 guy since college. Like, he won a national championship his freshman year.
I think that's part of it, though, is the college he goes to, too.
No. But I think, that was it. Trevor Lawrence was the number 1 pick, for 2 years, right? It was Trevor Lawrence going to go number 1.
Correct.
Go number 1.
It's like Caleb Williams almost, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think the second part with it is he's playing in Jacksonville. Like you said, people literally don't count the Urban Meyer year.
It's like it never
they count the Joe Judge years against Daniel Jones, and
that's what I'm saying. Though
was there or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
They've both had, but I think that's part of it, right? Being in Jacksonville, I always said I think the best job in the world would be the general manager, the San Diego Padres, because nobody's paying attention anyways, right? If I was going to be an MLB GM,
spending money that's not there.
But no, I just think when teams are you're kind of checked out. I think if Jones was in, I'm trying to think of a team.
If you swap their spots, if Jones was
in whatchamacallit, Jacksonville, I feel like all right, he could be the guy in Jacksonville. Now Jones has played more games than him. I'm looking at it right now. Jones has played 60 games.
Correct.
Lawrence has played
49.
Season. But, Lawrence has been to the playoffs. Jones has been to the playoffs. They're eerily similar, I will say that.
I'm telling you, it's close to the fucking Dak Prescott and Josh Allen. If Josh Allen doesn't push them to the promised land the next year or two, I'm telling you, I don't see a difference in those 2 either. I keep saying this, and I do remember, no one's remembered this. When we went to the Browns schedule, I said the Rams are a team I do not want to play in the playoffs. And I believe people laughed at me for that because the Rams were going to suck this year. And we lost the fucking Rams, and they're almost making the playoffs right now. So I was going to say I'm correct, and it's not a team I do not want to play later in the season because if we were in a spot where it mattered, it could bite us in the ass if we lost that game. So just wanted to rehash.
We don't want anybody getting ass bitten out here, so no ass bitten.
I'm just letting you. I'm just passing that knowledge upon them.
Keep your rumps, nice and.
But yeah, like I said, so Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence. I just thought that was interesting. I'm not saying. I just thought that would be. And the other thing that was also stuck out to me in that stat was,
I mean, his numbers are also eerily similar to whatchamacallit. I just looked at Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence.
See, I'm telling you,
for like 11-5, Mac's at 9. He's played in 7 more games than Mac. Mac's got a better quarterback rating, less picks, higher completion.
But that's not talked about.
Mac, all the rushing numbers to Trevor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and Mac's seen as being done.
Yep, and then the sack rate for Jones and Lawrence in those time span, the sack rate for Lawrence was 5. The sack rate for Jones is 21.3. So he's just fucking running, and so that's the other thing to me is it strikes me as Lawrence should have better numbers because he's not pressured as much. You know what I mean?
think the other thing with Lawrence though too is how bad the rest of that. I'm not like the jury. He's in that Lance class, right? So you got Lance, Zach Wilson, Lance, Mac.
That whole quarterback class.
I feel like nobody really sticks out around. I feel like that's part of the knock on Mitch. Right, I know we were talking about Mitch earlier, and Mitch is done.
Because the people around him,
they laugh at Mitch going number 2. You remember when Mitch was getting drafted? There was a
Miles Garrett,
Miles Garrett or Mitch. Who do we think? There wasn't Miles Garrett or Patrick Mahomes or something. It was Miles Garrett or Mitch Trubisky. And I think that plays a role in it, right? Why Mitch is
Mason Rudolph would have liked it because then he would have got hit in the head.
Oh, he shouldn't have said what.
He could have still. Who knows?
Peyton.
I believe in him for now. I don't believe in him in the past.
You believe in him for now?
I better see you a goddamn Mason Rudolph jersey on next week.
I actually got a Kenny Pickett jersey.
Yikes.
Oh my god! Yikes!
Yikes. Well, on that note,
let's
go around.
That. Do you really have a Kenny Pickett jersey? Wait, I gotta stop you. Do you really have a Kenny Pickett jersey? When did you?
Is it underneath this? It was a Christmas present.
I don't have it on today, but I'll wear it next week.
But when did you get it though?
I got Christmas.
Told you got it this Christmas.
Yeah, I got Kenny Pickett. I got TJ Watt, and I got Jerome Bettis. You guys pick my jersey next week.
Is it Kenny Pickett? Please.
Shirtless.
Pickett, yeah.
No pants, Kenny Pickett jersey. Got it.
Probably the only person that's out of his family that has one of his jerseys. Wear the gloves too.
Yeah, I want you to wear gloves. Yeah.
They won't fit.
I need the camera like this, and you just stand like this with your gloves the entire time. That's what I need.
Just talking about this the whole time with my hands, my jersey on. Got it.
Put a Nerf ball. A Nerf ball in your hand. Every time you get muted, you got to throw the ball against the wall.
Or else scramble in the pocket, which is in the room I'm in.
Yeah. Correct. You run around the room. Every time you get muted, you got to run around the room until we unmute you.
Or kicked off the stream. One of the two.
Yeah, exactly.
It's around the horn, but better, because you could actually just get rid of that person instead of mute them.
Yes.
Freedom, man.
Yeah.
Go Athletics.
Yeah.
No, A's are not a friend of the show.
You mean like that? Is that how you do it?
That's better. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Oh, I figured it out. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that. Something similar to that.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, this has been a fun, festive, end-of-year show because next time we will come back, it will be the year 2024.
And
but,
yes. If I could add something, too, we are almost at a year exactly from when we relaunched in 2023. I believe it was January 17th. I think we have a couple more weeks, and we'd be back at the We Like Sportz podcast, becoming the We Like Sportz Show, nearly a year now, and the website included as well. So, with 2024 ahead of us on the horizon, a lot of things ahead, a lot of good stuff.
Some backstage passes and into the Cleveland State presser after the game.
I'll get you in the Clippers games, DJ. Don't you worry about Columbus Clippers. Ring your bell.
Let's get Keith into the game.
You're a press pass, too. What the shit is this shit?
Get Keith a press
damn it, Peyton.
Keith has
you're the president.
He's going to be trying to watch the game on TV at home.
Oh, he'll be there.
You are the president of We Like Sportz. I see your emails. How are you telling me that you can't CEO? You can't pull Keith a press pass?
I'd kick Casey.
What is it? Trying to support my.
Well, he had and the boss tells you to do something, you listen.
Chip, what do you want?
Keith, Keith, I'm trying to be there for you, man. I'm trying to get you opportunities out here.
Like in Friends, he'll be there for you.
Shit.
Not if you're
I'm waiting my royalty check here.
Yeah.
My NIL deal.
But I want this ready toy.
I could still be in college. I could be NIL, man. I'm 25. I'm the same age as some of those quarterbacks. Stetson Bennett. Fuck.
Those are called doctors.
They go pro in something else.
Yeah, I got a doctor of thugonomics back on my thing back here. What do you mean?
Well, get Jam and Ram, a Ram and Jam, and there you go. There's your first patient.
Ram and
Go
James.
shoot.
I'll brush your mouth like Colgate, Peyton. I could not drop all those John Cena rap lines.
It's a bad.
I'll get you backing up in a
That
defensive
is
position.
not how you
Peyton.
do. You can't.
I don't know. I don't know the
A little
fuck's
bit of
going
this.
on. Oh, it's this.
All right,
My
wrap
God,
it
I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't know.
We're going
I'm
to
part of the
rabbit hole.
bloodline. Acknowledge me, CJ.
I'm part of the Shane gang, all right? You know, that's what I'm part of.
Bloodlines ran its course.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, CJ,
Oh,
start it out, CJ. Go around. We're going to go around the horn and say one nice thing. Whatever you know what? I can't control you guys.
Say
Whatever
one
the hell
nice
you want to
thing.
say.
That's it.
One nice
Just make
thing.
them
Right,
say
one nice thing. Listen, I'm telling you, the Vikings are playing great basketball. We're going to make a run. We're going to win the Horizon tournament this year and get back to the dance in March. And then it's got to watch out for them Vikes, man.
Yeah, then our
Watch out.
coach going to be gone.
Yeah, that's positive.
Yeah, and CJ's gonna start coaching for him.
I can't coach basketball. When I coached basketball, like 1 year, dude. My team led the league in technical fouls.
I
I'm like,
wonder
it's bad
why.
because attack was like 2 points in the ball. So like, I would like a kid would get attacked and then I would get attacked and like we just
Why are you
like
getting
fuck it. They already
Why
got
are
the
you
ball.
getting attacked?
Please
How
allow
old are
me.
these kids?
Because like I would talk shit because like they're talking shit too, you know. Gotta
Like,
chill
what
out the
would you
ref.
say to a kid, for
I don't
example?
know, it's like
before
no,
we
I
go?
wouldn't like say nothing to the
Believe
kid.
me. Believe
like,
me,
this
I
is like-
coached 3-4 years. Believe me,
The
I
refs get under my skin. You know, this
Yeah,
is before
yes.
I calm down in terms of coaching. Right, I haven't gotten ejected from a baseball game in
I think
long
I got
time.
rejected with the baseball game with you before, though.
There was one time I got ejected. We were playing a doubleheader. I think you might have been with me. I don't know. It might have been after you or something. We were playing. We lost the first game by like 17 because like we had nobody that could pitch. So like the second game we had to play, and I was like, I'm not watching this. Like I'm getting ejected in the first fucking inning.
I remember.
And like
this.
we had to play at the plate, and I fucking came down. I got hot because like they were blocking the lane without the ball. They called my guy out, but like I was like, I'm getting fucking tossed anyways. Like I got tossed and I got to go home. I got a hot dog and I left.
I got ejected from the game as a baseball coach.
I think that was the last time I've been tossed. I
I've
don't
never
know.
gotten
Actually-
ejected.
Instead of
Oh.
that's what I was gonna say. Instead of one nice thing around the room, let's talk about how many times we've gotten ejected in a game. Because I think
Too many times.
my
to
total
count.
is probably around 3. Twice in softball and once in baseball with CJ.
How do you
And I
get
was just the scapegoat.
softball?
I'm surprised you got ejected. I can't see that, but I never have. I've gotten teed up various times, but
Yeah, I got
Well, the thing
ejected.
is,
No,
like,
Casey,
there's no,
he's never
like,
been
limit.
ejected. Make it twice in the show, right there. He's gone.
When you're
He's
coaching,
gone. He's ejected. That's
basketball,
twice.
Get out of
now.
here!
That's twice.
there's no limit to how often you can get teed up. So like once I found that out, I was like, all right, fuck it. Like
yeah, but you're
fucking
fucking your
serious?
team over then. You're
Yeah. I don't
It's
know, we
just
didn't
an
get
earlier
far.
night.
My
Yeah.
kids, honestly, when we'd win, like they would be like hugging on each other, but we'd lose, like they'd fight each other in the parking lot. And I would just sit there and watch, like from my car.
I mean, I
He's
believe
taking
that.
bets on my bookie.
Yeah, I'm
The
just
over
laughing
and
at
under
them
of
fight.
kids getting knocked out in the
Yeah.
parking
We
lot.
would just chuck. We would
World
just chuck
star hip
threes
hop.
up. It was fucking goofiest shit in the world.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't even know where to
Right,
go.
on that
Hey,
note,
direct traffic. Yeah, you know what?
Direct
know what-
traffic?
you know what,
All right,
Ed?
I got you, Ed. All right, I have
it's
my
one of those
traffic
classic
cones. Here we
Peyton
go.
segues.
For CJ,
Speaking
at
of
Wilson.
hockey,
What?
speaking of hitting ass, let me talk about this.
I
Let's
was going to
transition
wrap it
over
up
to
like
this.
Ed wanted to. When Ed tells me to do
All right,
something, do it.
Check us out on Twitter.
I want you,
the We
Peyton. I
Like
want you to
Sportz
wrap
Show, PC.
this thing I have from John Cena's Base Thugonomics. I want PV Raps to come out and rap this verse of the song. That's my Christmas wish. My New
I
Year's
might
wish
just
is that
leave.
I want to
Kinda
hear
hungry.
Peyton rap this. I want this.
Hey, he can wrap it. I'll watch it as a viewer. See you guys next Tuesday on the We Like Sportz Show. Follow us at the We Like Sportz PC, I think, on Twitter. The website, Joe America, writing article after article after article after article after article. January 6th is coming up, so I'm sure he'll be stoked about that. Follow Casey at whatever his Twitter. Keith, I'll let you plug your
Yeah,
thing.
Casey
Ed's at Ed in
Katanski.
Columbus.
At
Heath
K_Allen.
He's got his show,
569.
Rock Out to it on Thursday. I'm gonna check it out 6 or 7 o'clock, one of the two.
At Peyton
I'm gonna go
Vince
get
for
some
me.
pizza. I'm hungry.
And for CJ. I think that's the best way to wrap up the show. So
Go Browns!
Yes,
go
sir.
Steelers. Go Mason Rudolph.
Peace.
Like a broken needle, kid.